Hello again, everyone. I'm Steve Baker, the voice of the Red Hawks. Another get-to-know segment. Associate head coach for Miami Hockey, Barry Schutte, joins us. Barry, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it, man.
All right, thanks for having me.
You know, I don't know why we're doing this. Anybody that's been around Oxford for the past 20, 30 years ought to know you pretty well. But first of all, welcome back to Oxford. Your fourth step beginning as a student, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks. I appreciate that, and excited to be back. And can't seem to get away for sure. Miami University and Miami Hockey was the ones who gave me my first opportunity, and it's exciting to be back and pay it forward.
Yeah, you have had a long career, played here, graduated in '97, I think.
Correct. Yeah.
Came back, worked as teacher, physical ed, and also developed and became the director of Goggin Ice Center, and came back again in that position. And you also coached the club team to their first national championship, am I right?
Correct, yep. That was, the coaching career got off to a blazing start.
Right.
In the 99-2000 year. It was a fun experience for me to get my feet wet, where you're doing a little of everything, and it was a great group of guys, and it was an exciting time for sure.
Yeah, and most recently, the last 9 years, of course, with Berge up at Bowling Green. And tell us about that trip. I mean, simply because there was so much made of Bowling Green almost eliminating hockey, and then to come back and build it the way you guys had built it up there had to be just a great ride.
It was a unique experience for sure. It's a storied program, much like Miami Hockey, and people were unhappy with the standards and the day-to-day operation as far as what was getting accomplished, and we knew it was an uphill battle, but yet I had a lot of trust and faith, obviously, in Berge and his plan, and it was neat to enjoy that experience with him. So it certainly took some time. But it's 100% about people, and once we were able to establish our culture and get the right people involved on a day-to-day basis, it was unreal experience to see it come out the other side this past season, and truly getting to that national tournament, when we inherited a team with literally 5 wins, and now you're 5 straight years of 20-plus wins and capping it off in the national tournament. It was a surreal experience, and a lot of credit to all the players that bought into that and saw the plan.
Yeah, and I certainly bringing it back to relevancy, no doubt about that. And obviously you played here at Miami. You've been, as we talked about, here at Miami for a long time, and you've seen the ups and downs of this program throughout the years. And obviously coming back in now as an associate head coach, there's some challenges out there for Berge, you and the staff.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a competitive industry out there.
Yeah.
College hockey has tons of parity. Lots of people are doing really good things and a good job, and I think obviously having walked that walk before as a student athlete, as an administrator, we have insight to what that looks like, what it should look like, what the right fit might be for that scenario, and it's just a matter of doing that, getting the right people on board and bringing some order to it. At the end of the day, we've had our experience and our time. And this is their time, the current players, and very excited to help them with their dreams becoming a reality during their 4 years at Miami. So there's a challenge ahead, but we're looking forward to it.
Tell me about your relationship with Coach Bergeron. Obviously, you guys go back a long, long way. What was it like, number one, to get that call and say, hey, I want you to come up and coach with me, and then to get the call back here and say, hey, you're coming back to Miami with me?
Yeah, it was, well, for me, it's always been about the right fit and the right people. And I got out of coaching, or junior coaching at the time, to come back to Oxford to be a part of the new Goggin Ice Center, which was and work for Steve Cady, and it was an unreal experience. And he and Mitch Gorn paved the way for a lot of things for me, and taught me a ton during that time. And so it's just really been an exciting time to leave and come back, and to be a part of Berge's transition from assistant coach to head coach was unreal. He put a lot of trust and faith in me. Basically, I was out of the game for 5 years, even though my office was in an ice rink. I wasn't on the ice coaching every day outside of the youth hockey. So he put his trust and faith in me 9 years ago, and I'll forever be grateful to him for that. And hopefully we can do everyone proud again together here and get things back on top.
We mentioned challenges ahead. You have spent your time on the offensive side, plan to do the same thing here. What are the biggest challenges for Miami, and particularly putting that puck in the back of the net?
Yeah, well, I think it's a team concept. You know, we've been fortunate over the last couple seasons together to have one of the top offensives in college hockey, with probably not the most talented group of forwards, or not the first round, third round draft picks in the NHL. But we've had a good team concept, and we've had players put the team first and play within that concept, and then ultimately their talents take over. So we're just going to try and put players in positions to succeed, and we're going to try and put the right pieces of the puzzle together correctly, where they can just go be the best version of them, and we're not asking them to be anything that they're not capable of and anything that they haven't been before. But you have to put those pieces in the right places in order for that to happen. And I think that's what has led to this success. It's been a five-man unit at one time out there, shift in and shift out, to contribute to the offense. We want to be a puck possession team. We want to control the play. We want to have the puck obviously in the offensive side of the blue line way more than our end of the blue line. But if we can be hard to play against and be heavy on the puck and have second and third effort and have a collective team effort, I think we'll ultimately generate the offense we're looking for.
You are also heading up the recruiting efforts, and obviously the NCHC has, over the past several years, past 3 or 4 years, been the top conference in the country. Challenges recruiting and your approach to that.
Yeah, I mean, it's an exciting time for me personally, and that's one of the things I looked at it as a assistant coach roles were on the table for me, and the opportunity here at Miami was special because of the recruiting. It's a different recruiting. We have one of the top educations in the country. We have one of the top facilities in the country. You can attract the best players in the country in all reality, and we found the right fit up north at BGSU. But it was a different fit, and I'm excited about the new challenge. And having Eric a part of the staff is huge too. I mean, he's lived in this league before, on the men's and women's side. He knows the landscape a little bit. I've known him for a long time too, and I think we like the same things in players, and collectively as a staff, I think we can appreciate the details in one's game. So it's competitive, but at the end of the day, Miami speaks to a lot of different people, and hopefully us as people will do the same. And for us, that's what it's about. And if people can trust us and believe in what we're talking about and enjoy the experience, or see themselves enjoying the experience academically, athletically, socially, that Oxford and Miami University have to offer, then we're going to get along famously. And I'm excited there's lots to sell on the ice, off the ice, and looking forward to that challenge and getting out there and talking to some of those top prospects and hearing what they have to say about it.
Well, Barry, I know you're busy getting your family in and then getting out on the road. You've spent so much time in Oxford, I don't think I have to ask you if you've had Skyline.
Yeah, I haven't yet, but I've definitely hit Bagel Deli and Mac and Joe's a couple times.
Very good, very good.
And I'm introducing my kids to all that now. When we left, they were 5-3-1, and now they're 14, 12, and 10 basically. So it's going to be neat for me to experience Oxford and Miami University through the eyes of my kids now. And this isn't my deal anymore. I get it, which is totally fine. So we're looking forward to it as a family, to embrace the community, knowing my wife's an alum as well, and we know how special this place is, and we're excited for our children to experience it as well and reap the benefits of it. So it's an exciting time for the Schutte family for sure, and couldn't be more proud to be back and be representing Miami hockey and being a part of the family again, and hopefully working to advance it forward.
Well, we're happy to have you here. Thanks so much.
Great, thanks a lot.
Barry Schutte, Associate Head Coach of the Miami Redhawks, joining us on this Get to Know segment.